Okay, so I'm going to give you an example here of the shark and cuda fly that we tie up using some 3/0 hooks, 80-pound Malin wire. I'm going to run that through the eye of the hook. This is going to be, I tie this with two hooks, trailing hook and a lead hook. So put your wire through that eye, twist it around your hook real well. There's a lot of shark and cuda flies out there. This is just my version of it. I like this pattern because you don't have to strip like a madman. A lot of other shark and cuda flies, especially if you're throwing at cuda, you need to strip the fly very quickly. With this fly, I pretty much throw it right on their head, give it a twitch, and oftentimes they explode on it. There's a lot of body materials that you can use. What I'm going to be using is just a sage EP fiber and a white EP fiber. So I have my back hook on there with the front hook. Again, run the wire through the eye, double it back over, and be sure you twist it back on itself quite a few times. Fooling with this wire is not the most pleasant thing in the world to do, as you can see. But you want to be sure you get it on there nice and tight so it's not slipping on you. I'm trying to use a wide angle camera here because this is a long fly. It's going to be about 10-12 inches long. So have that done. Just trim off the little tag ends that are left here. Or just use your pliers to crank it down, but be careful messing with this wire because you'll end up with some holes in your thumbs one way or another. So there we go. So now I have this. Now I'm going to clamp it in my vise, and I do not take much time on these flies. This is a one fish fly. If they hit it and eat it, it's definitely going to be destroyed. If they hit it and miss it, then most of the time it's still going to be destroyed. I'm just using a chartreuse thread, kind of match up with the body. I think the reason that they eat these flies is because they believe it's a needlefish. So you want to use a material that's light. I also use yak hair, which is a very good material to use as well. So I'm going to get my sage EP fiber out, and you're going to use a fair amount of this. You kind of really go through a lot of material. I'm just going to put a few wraps. Make sure that's going to stay in place. Flip it over, put my white on the bottom. So. And again, you can spend as much time as you would like tying these up. Some people that I've shown this pattern to put eyes on them, really careful with their material, getting it on there. I haven't found much of a difference for the presentation to eat ratio. Normally you get it in front of one of them and they're going to eat it. Now with this, since I have this long, the rest of the wire coming up front, really difficult to throw any type of knot in there, so I'm just going to use a little UV finish to secure this. Hit that clear fly finish, hit it with the light. Got my thread. And now another thing in tying this, you want to be sure you're not pulling it too tight, because if you pull your material too tight when you do this, it's going to bend the wire, or the wire is going to stick out to the side. You want to try to avoid doing that. I'm just going to wrap all this extra material right in there. Like I said, I have not noticed much of a difference. The majority of the shark and cuda I throw this at, eat it. So the 2 half hitches in there. Get that off. UV finish on the head. Hit it with the light, and done. There you go. That is a phenomenal shark and cuda fly. And again, like I mentioned, please do not fish this fly too fast. If you like fishing for shark and especially cuda, a lot of people get used to stripping the fly really quickly. What I recommend with this is throw it very close to the fish, give it a couple twitches, and oftentimes that's all it takes, and then just hang on.